Hello. How's everyone doing? It's me not having changed my OBS to OBS audio, so you guys haven't heard any music that whole time. Wow. what a starting soon screen. Oh, we love the fact that I don't put any fucking music on. Hello, Fish. I have seen all 6 of your messages. 7 now. Hey Fish, do you remember the whole thing about people get VIP if they're nice? And you're starting today off with, you imbecile. Thought you were trying to learn that lesson? Oh, it's not me not having installed Valiant Hearts yet. Shit. I thought I had the game installed. Oh, god damn it. It's small, it's small. We're going to be playing it, don't worry. Hey Fish. Guess what? What? I'm an idiot because I forgot to install the game that I'm meant to be playing today? Yeah, probably. Valiant. Not Valhalla. That's already installed. I want Valiant Hearts. There we go. Liverpool lost again. Oh, that's why you're in a bad mood. That's fine. Did we draw or did we beat West Brom? I didn't see. Or did we lose? More likely, I think we probably lost, didn't we? I think it's very likely that we lost today. Let's take a look. Premier League 0-0. We drew. I mean, it's not exactly what we should be going for, but you know, waiting to see the injury excuses. What are the stats? The fact that they were kind of dominant as well is worrying. What does that say for the league? It says puts us ahead of Brighton. You know, that's good. Who did you lose against? I didn't even look. Oh, you lost to Fulham. You lost to Fulham, bro. You lost to Fulham. The Fulham. Oof, mate, what is up with your team? Hello, Naya, how are you today? Oh, my back is killing me. Should we see how this download's coming along? Because I am el stupido. Okay, yep, we're good. We're good. We're at 104 megabytes per second at the moment. I'm not going to lie to you guys. This game is getting installed easy peasy in the next minute. I mean, you're letting a goal, so I think you can't. I don't think you can defend. I think that is an issue you've got. I have so much homework to do. Well, you know what's better than doing homework? Chilling with us, playing Valiant Hearts. No, to be fair, this is a game that you can do your homework. You can have this on in the background. You can listen. You can do all that kind of good stuff. It's not like you have to be watching to follow. I mean, obviously it helps because it's a story, it's a video game, but you'll be alright doing homework. I think Ossie was planning on doing the same thing whenever she does her things. No, because we defend quite well considering the constant change of centre-backs. Stop changing your centre-backs then. Stop getting injuries. Valiant Hearts, the Great War, ready to start. There we go. I'm not making excuses for us when we have injuries today. Shouldn't be an excuse when you have the budget you guys have got against Fulham. Fulham. Just let that sink in for a second. Cool. How's everyone doing anyway? I think we'll start in a second. We'll start it 10 minutes in when I've finished my coffee. That, I think, is reasonable. Okay. How are you doing though, Fish? Other than the loss. I'm thinking of sticking something in there, and I don't know what. Should I get something for if anyone ever subscribes to tier 3? Should I do something like that? If you subscribe at tier 3, you get that in the back. If you want to stream, I think you should stream. I always support a streamy stream. Are you ready for the waterworks on this? Because I do cry. Yo, Luke, how was Apex Legends? Yeah, I was lurking because I was doing washing up and just getting ready and shit, but I hope it was good. Oh, yeah, let's start. If you start a new game, you will lose your current progress. Do you want to continue? Yes, because I completed the game so many times. Not bad. We won a few games and nearly got my mate's account to level 10. Is that good? How's the audio for everyone, by the way?
1914. After the assassination of Prince Franz Ferdinand of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, the German Empire declares war on Russia. Because of established alliances, France is preparing for conflict. A few hours after the announcement of the general mobilization, German civilians living in France are asked to leave the country. Karl is one of them.
Karl? We love Karl. Hi, Macy. Look at how ripped Karl is. So whilst the story is fictional, it's based on the true happenings of World War I. And it's not a combat game. It's telling the stories. And that's what I love about this game. So he's been ordered to join the army. That's the father of the woman. So her husband has been sent back to Germany. Her dad has to go to war, and she's now left on this farm on her own.
A few days after Karl was deported, the war was hungry for more and took away Emil as well. A heavy-hearted Emil was called up to fight and left the farm for Saint Mihiel. Like so many others, he had no idea what fate had in store for him.
So we've obviously got to the we've got to kind of the sign-up place, and this is where they're going to train us for war. I've got a Discord notification. Oh, okay. So Emil comes in, magically becomes naked. Liberté, égalité, fraternité. Motto of France. There we go. We're all warred up now, ready to do the combat. Oh, he wants us to take our gun out. Okay, so how many of you guys know about World War I? If you don't, there is some Floof, I hate to do this to you. I've been live for 14 minutes, so you're not first. I'm sorry. Okay, so June 28th, 1914, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, was assassinated in Sarajevo. basically, the current like emperor of Austria-Hungary didn't give too much of a crap that his I think it was his son or his nephew or something died, because he didn't think he was going to make a good leader anyway. It was more just, it set off this chain of events that ended up with everyone going to war with each other. So on August 1st, Germany declared war on Russia. On August 3rd, Germany declared war on France. On August 4th, Britain declared war on Germany. And August 11th and 12th, France and Britain declared war on Austria-Hungary. It was a weird way it happened. So the barracks and the regiment. So this kind of tells you a little bit more about the... it's a World War I game, Fleefy. And it's not about combat. It's about the stories of the people who had to go and fight in these wars. So you've got a few... I think there's 4 people that we see, 4 or 5 people we see the perspective from in the game. It's very beautiful story. And you see a lot of it from the French kind of side of it. I'm not going to go too much into the really technical details of like the barracks and regiment, but any story based, like any things that are important to the plot of World War, I hate to say the plot of World War I, but to what happened in World War I will mention. So yeah, railways were very important, and World War I was heavily based in trench warfare. So I'm sure you guys have all heard of trench warfare, but we'll explore it a little bit later in this game. So the debacle of August 1914. In the early fighting, the German army made swift progress, as they did in both wars. Thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate that, Floof. After invading Belgium, they marched on Paris in late August. French troops retreated en masse, and units were outflanked and repelled, taken prisoner or killed. The months of August to September 1914 marked the bloodiest period of the war, with over 180,000 French casualties alone. And that's in 2 months. 2 months, 180,000 people on the French side alone were killed. That doesn't take into account any British that were there. It doesn't take into account the Belgians that would have been slaughtered. It doesn't take into account the lesser but still, you know, significant deaths that would have happened for Germany. And Germany had declared war on Russia, so there was going to be deaths on that side as well. It's mental how many people this war killed. The French authorities described the debacle as an organised retreat. The war to win over public opinion had begun. Grenades! Love a grenade. Sorry, I'm here. I'm just in bed deciding if I should go back to sleep or not. That's cool, Macy. You chill. I mean, this is a game about stories and stuff, so it's totally cool if you just want to chill. Do I pick this up? I think I've already collected this one before in a previous one. But we'll pick it up again anyway. I'm not going to try and get all the like side items because that just takes forever. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get through the story. Got my coffee done now. Raise the flag en français. And that is how our story begins.
My dear Marie, we are on our way to Paris. The atmosphere here is strangely cheerful. I hope that the harvest goes well. Rely on our neighbors for help. They've always been gracious and charitable people. I'll write again as soon as I get my assignment. Please kiss my little grandson for me.
Maria's his daughter.
At the train depot in Paris, trying to reach his regiment at platform 21, Emile would meet the man he would soon fight alongside. The man who would come to be his truest friend.
So the game is basically full of like puzzle stuff, really. So now we've done that one. If we go over here, then, and I'm doing this from memory because it's been years since I played this game. But can I pick that up? Okay, so someone's going to want white or red wine. What wine do you like, sir? Oh, he likes white wine. Excellent. So he moves out the way for us now. And that means that we can come over here. Okay, so he's going to probably want the red wine, I would imagine. Oh, he likes music. So I'm assuming there's someone over here that will play music for us. I guess we have to start them in the right order. Yeah. So then we can climb up here. And apparently just run over the back of a train. And pull this one to smoke out all the other people who were bullying our poor friend. And you'll find out that our friend is quite unique. Obviously, this is a time when racism was quite powerful. It was quite an issue, even more so than it is now. But he's American. He was one of the few Americans that fought in World War One, like before America actually joined later in the war.
Emil's regiment was sent to fight against the 71st German Division, led by Baron von Dorf. The general cheer of the first hours dissipated into the fear of first combat.
I'm catching him. And all of the explosions. Okay, so now it's probably an idea to maybe avoid the explosions. All of the artillery shells. Oh. And there's a death. Oh, and then we died because I wasn't looking at the game properly. Sugar, 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 sugar. Okay, we got through. Oh, that was close. And Emil is shot. And so many died in these attacks. And it's Carl.
Miss Marie Chillon. Private Emile Chillon from the 150th Infantry Regiment was wounded by enemy fire on August 21st. He has been captured by the enemy.
No, so those were the Germans, so it was the French fighting the Germans. And the Fleef, you missed it at the beginning, the person we just saw there was Carl, who is Emile, who is the man we were just playing as. That's Emile's son-in-law. So Carl, because he's German, he was living in France, he was a German man, but he was living in France, he was recalled back to Germany, and now he has to fight against the country that he lived in. And he's just seen his father-in-law, who he lived with, get shot and wounded, potentially killed in front of his eyes. So this is the thing where they kind of... Oh, there's explosions outside. I'm hoping fireworks. But, okay, that was something. Let's carry on.
Hopefully, you shall receive news from him soon.
In other words, he's been captured.
Freddy, originally from America, enlisted voluntarily in the French forces at the start of the war. Behind his bravery hid a man already devastated by the war's effects. A man with one sole obsession: punish those who had destroyed his life.
Freddy out
It
for
was
that
at the
vengeance.
Battle of the Marne that Freddy finally picked up the trail of the regiment commanded by Baron von Wolf.
Oh, you can turn off the hint system. Oh, I don't need the hint system. I need historical facts. Let's just look quickly. So this is one I always found quite interesting because I didn't know this before I played this game. Americans in the French army. 128 Americans enrolled in the French army from the start of the conflict, mostly in Paris, including the poet Alan Seeger. The majority joined the Foreign Legion and took part in the Battle of the Marne. Others joined the Air Force, which later became the Lafayette Squadron. 24 gave their lives for France, including Alan Seeger. The media attention they received in the United States played a decisive role in their own country's decision to join the war 3 years later. The Battle of the Marne, drawn up long before the war, the von Schlieffen plan aimed at swiftly overrunning France via Belgium and northern France, because there was like this defensive line that France had. Or was that World War II? I can't remember. It might have been World War II, my mistake. Or it might have been both, I can't remember. After the August debacle, on September 6th, French troops turned to face German troops in the decisive Battle of the Marne and prevented the capture of Paris. The battle was the first time Franco-British forces managed to halt the German advance and thwart the main German battle plan. The front retreated northwards and stabilised in December, and that's when trench warfare began. So machine guns. Machine guns were this was kind of the first time that machine guns were used en masse, and apparently capturing flags was quite big. Naya says, something about killing a shit ton of people to solve problems seems very undeveloped. Are you talking about war in general? Or are you talking about Freddy's reasoning for wanting to get into the war? Okay, TN, I don't have any. Are you gonna give it to me? Oh, I just have it. Okay. I'm a man with clippers. Wire clippers. There's it. Oh, okay. Freddy just strong. Yes, we'll deal with chemical weapons a little bit later. It does come in the game. Why is it? Oh, new diary unlocked. Okay, diaries. So, it lasts. I can't wait to get fighting. Maybe it'll ease some of the pain I feel inside. That's Freddy. August 20th, 1914. We spent yet another day walking. We heard cannon fire for the first time today. I don't want to have to kill. I must stop thinking about it and get some sleep. This is another character we'll meet later, but the bells all over Paris started chiming at 4 PM this afternoon. It was eerie. Somebody in the street told me it was for the troop mobilisation in case Germany declares war. I'll write to Father to find out what's going on in Belgium. It feels strange to return to Germany. At least Emile can take care of Marie and Victor. Things should calm down in the months to come. It's also meaningless. That letter gave me such a fright. Poor Daddy. He's been wounded and taken prisoner by the Germans. I don't know if he's seriously injured, and if he's being well taken care of. I've been told prisoners are allowed to write letters. I shall write to him tomorrow. And then he's got another letter. I started training at the military camp today. I can't help thinking of Karl, who's probably doing the same in Germany. The declaration of war has created havoc. I hope Marie and the neighbours manage to finish the harvest in time. And then there is one more. After Karl, it's Daddy's turn to leave? Why did they have to call him up? Wasn't it enough to expel my dear sweet love from these lands? Why do they want to put Daddy in uniform? He's too old to fight. And now they've left me all alone with the harvest on the way and Victor to take care of? War in general is a sad thing now. No one really wants to be there, fighting sometimes for who knows what. Nobody wins in war. I think it's something they've said that war is fought by the people on the front line, but war is waged by the people thousands of miles away, tactically planning how to move things. Give me them grenades. Oh, someone died. Okay, we need to get that in there. Good throw, me. Pick up another grave. The bounce. Oh. I messed up there.
It was at the Battle of the Marne that Freddy finally...
Well, I made a bit of a mistake there, didn't I? Keep on running, do 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 do. Keep on hiding. Gonna be your man. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be your man. Let's back up. Oh, there was a coin there we could have grabbed, which we didn't because I missed it. But that's fine. That's just the collectibles, isn't it? Gonna be more gunshots. Look at all the dead bodies. Some German, some... Okay. Well, he's now dead. Okay. So if we can get up here quick. Okay, no, I have to throw it like over there, so I squeeze past it. That makes sense. And then I think if I fit that in there, I can blow up the last part of the bridge. It is the res ray. Is that my good buddy think? We're playing Valiant Hearts today. Because we like a little bit of a story on a Sunday. No harm in taking more TNT. Oh, but you know what's better than TNT? Frag grenades. So I think if we throw that down there. Seems to make sense. That'll blow up. And magically allow us to do... That was pretty cool, to be fair. I think it's me, I don't know. I think it could be you as well. But however, I wouldn't think it was someone else. Oh, crap, that nearly killed us. Okay, so we have to get into the... We have to get into these every time. Okay, no, dip. Ooh, that was close. Can you make it? Nope. Ah, man, I was too slow. I was too slow. I should have backed up. I tried to rush. I didn't need to rush. Okay, we could have made it that time because we were quicker, but that's fine. We'll chill back here. Okay, where's the... Is it there? Is that the throw? Nice. So we can take one more and Farewell, Mr. Fellow person forced to do war. Well, you're not actually killed, are you? But still. Ah, it's the evil Baron. Baron von Douchebag. Look at him with his Zeppelin. Crikey. I need bricks. I don't know where there are bricks. Unless I go to there, and I can take this wine bottle. He do be confusion. And we knocked him out. I was hoping that was the right thing to do. That was entirely a guess. I had a feeling that I was going to die, if I'm honest with you. Your IQ is off the charts. Don't know about that one. I played this game before, but it has been about, what, probably about 7 or 8 years, I would say. It's been 7 years. 7 years since I played this game, because I played it on release, and I think it came out in 2014 in remembrance of... Oh, thank you very much for the hydrate. I appreciate it. Okay. Okay. If I break this, yeah, and I ring that bell. And then, sorry, Mr. Other Man, you also get knocked out. And we'll capture their flag. Sorry, in remembrance of World War I. It was the 100-year anniversary of World War I when this game came out, because it's the World War I based game.
Thanks to support from British forces, the German plan failed. The front line moved back to the north, and with the arrival of winter, froze. Soldiers holed up amid a vast labyrinth of trenches and tunnels that would become the indelible image of the Great War. Karl's regiment retreated to the outskirts of Neuve-Chapelle, the same camp where Emile was being held prisoner.
The Baron is a nasty man. So basically they were kind of made slaves. And look, there's a doggo! Okay. So there were 6 million prisoners of war over the 4 years. Including 1.2 million German and 200,000 British troops. Despite the 1907 Hague Convention and the efforts of the International Red Cross, prison conditions and forced labour proved harsh for conscripts, and hundreds of thousands never made it home. Letters remained the only... Okay, we won't go into the ones like that, but obviously people sent a lot of letters in the war. The Battle of Neuve-Chapelle. March 10th, 1915, British shells literally rained down on German forces. For the first time, the technique creeping barrage was used. A barrage where the fire of all units targets the same position for a period before advancing one line at a time. The infantry advance was synchronised at a safe distance behind this barrage, so that German lines could then be overrun. That day, 530 cannons fired over 216 shells. That is to say, one shell per weapon every 2 minutes. In the early 20th century, Great Britain and France governed huge colonial empires and put them to use during the war. Indian troops were deployed by Britain in the Middle East as well as on the European front, and made an important contribution to the war effort. Many victories were achieved thanks to their bravery and discipline in combat. A monument commemorating their sacrifice stands in New Chapelle. Mud, explosives, cool. We won't cover the rest of that. And have we got any more diaries, entries? Yes, we've got a couple. I missed them by a whisker. It won't happen again. My younger brother's letter was sweet. It gave me a real boost. It's good to hear he's back in the States, miles away from this nightmare. That kid has a knack of getting himself into trouble. Emile, there, right in front of me, sprawling on the ground. Why did his regiment have to come up against mine? I hope he pulls through. He's one tough cookie. I must find out what POW camp he's been taken to. Today, the Germans invaded Saint-Mihiel. Unfortunately, fortunately, the troops spared the farm. I took shelter in the cellar with Victor. Now what's going to happen? So, basically, she was left alone on this farm, and now she's occupied. Which is not a position you want to be in. You struggling for me? Yes, doggo. You enjoy the water, doggo. Hello. We love a doggo. So, we need to make sausages. So, we need, first of all, water. Which I'm assuming is this one. Okay, well maybe I need to turn something on first. Oh, okay, yeah. We have to do this first. It's Carl. Our son-in-law.
Marie, est-ce que ça va?
Dearest Papa, we live in a climate of uncertainty. Germans use the people of Saint-Mihiel as human shields against the French bombings. I hope the Germans treat you well, and that your wound has healed. Your grandson sends you kisses. I sent you a picture of him. All my love. Please write soon.
Adieu, Carl.
Okay. So that was our stepson Carl. And he's German, whereas we're French. So he was forced to go over to fight on the other side. Okay, that's not it. Okay. Hello, doggo. This is not going to. Doggo? Ah. Okay, we need to run away. Doggo! Doggo, don't stand in the firing line! Doggo! Doggo found us! See what a good doggo it is.
Merci.
What a good doggo. Doggo, you're our friend now. Should I get more cereal? I think you should get more cereal, Macy. That's not Carl. Ah, everyone's been taken away in the Zeppelin. Can I not use the wine? No. Can I get past? No, I can't get past this. So, okay. I need to. Okay, there we go. So that's the. And then if Doggo can go and get that, It's hard to get out of bed though. It is it is mazy, but you'll feel even better once you're out of bed. It's me choking for me. Come on, my little doggo friend. Let's go do stuff together. Okay.
What? What?
That's not working. I'll need to pull something out. Hey, we did it just in time. What a good doggo. Oh. So where do we need the doggo to go? Oh no, we just have... Okay, so... Do we have to like hop out and get on there ourselves? And then we can escape forever. Waha! Wahahaha! I had some good food earlier. I made some really nice scrambled eggs on toast. Mwah! Mwah! Although I fancy one of those bratwurst sausages right now, if I'm honest with you.
Hey, what?
Okay. We're now in the trenches underground, you see. So we can't go through there because that will make us do a dead. Oh, okay, we found a thing. Found a bullet on a hook. Come down here, Papa. I know it's there, Papa, but we're not going to get all the items this game. We're just looking to do a finish. Oh, did you find something?
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Look, you found a bone for us. I think that bone's probably to go back and do that last thing, but... Oh. Okay.
Hey, what?
Big explosion. Hashtag Team. Macy, can this pupper join hashtag Team for today? Good work, Papa. Papa wants sausage. Sausage. Papa. But no, Papa's stuck. No, they're stuck, Papa. No, not this.
The British troops continued their attack on Neuve-Chapelle. Their next objective, take back Port Arthur.
I can't play another game where a pupper dies. I can't do it. I can't hack it.
Yes, sir. Come on, boys, let's go.
Come on, boys, let's go.
Why do dogs die in every game? Because video games hate me. That felt close.
Cái máy bắn
Okay, we need to blow stuff up. And we are. What? Oh, what does he want? Oh, okay, he wants a 2er and a 3er. Okay, got ya. Well, you're at a 3 point. You're in the middle, you're at a 3 point. I just gave you it. Oh, that's a 4er? Oops, my mistake. He wants 2, 3, 2. Got ya. Nice. Wow, Macy, ruining Life is Strange 2 for us. I haven't played Life is Strange 2. I was going to wait to watch Otti play it, but now I know that happens. Wow. Macy! Thank you for the shout out, Moobot. This game will be going up on the Resray VODs channel because it is a story game. You can see Emil. You can see it happening. What can we do? What can we do? Well, I can tell you what we can do. We can do this. Hell yeah! We love Freddy. Freddy's so cool. Freddy's got cutters, remember? So now our best friend, Freddy, is going to help our doggo. Look. Not me thinking Moobot was sending me a wannabe famous message. Oh, look, they're friends. Look, I'm gonna cut your
Merci, mon ami.
chains off.
Du Ragnar. Carl Louis Thunder. Yeah, comme this.
Should we do a wannabe
Amidst
famous
the
command?
never-ending attacks and counterattacks, Freddy and Emil hunted the elusive Baron and his regiment in Ypres.
You know what? I'll do it quickly. I'll do it quickly for you guys. I'm going to change the Discord command so that it reads wannabe famous. Custom commands. Discord. Edit. There we go. Done. That's the new Discord command now. Want to be famous? Then check out our Discord. I'll change it the next time we actually have the bot in so I remember what the text is properly. So, who remembers the part where there's going to be chemical gas?
On April 22nd, 1915, chlorine gas was used for the first time by the Germans.
So, diaries. Let's get a catch-up. What a day. My life was saved twice today. First by an American soldier and then by a dog. But I'm free at last. I saw Carl before the bombing. I hope he made it out alive. I'm going to try and find him. On the march to Belgium where this damned regiment is stationed. I'm not alone at least. I met a funny old French farmer guy, Emile. Doesn't say much, but if I understood right, his son-in-law's German. How crazy is that? Not a day goes by that I don't dream of you. At last I found Emile, just moments before the shells started flying. I hope he's managed to dodge the bombs. The letter he showed me filled my heart with joy. Marie is well and Victor is growing up. That's all that matters. And the Battle of Ypres. Ypres was a key strategic town in Belgium, especially for the British. It was the gateway to the north and thus to Britain. Canadian troops were deployed in the front line and they proved their endurance and dependability in combat to the Allies. 6,000 Canadian lives were lost in the battle in April 1915. One battle, Canadians alone, 6,000 deaths. First gas attack. April 22nd, 1915. At Ypres came the first gas attack in history. 5,730 cylinders of chlorine gas were opened by the Germans in favourable winds. Chlorine gas caused burns to the eyes, skins and lungs, even through clothes and rubber boots. The effect was devastating. The only defence found by the Canadians was to cover their noses with a urine-soaked handkerchief. Then you had Zeppelin bombardments. That's a Zeppelin if you haven't seen one before. And the dogs of war. It's estimated by 1918 the Germans had deployed 30,000 dogs, while the Allies had deployed 20,000. Dogs were recruited from dog pounds in the police force, while many families were also enlisted their pets. Dogs had a number of roles as sentries and scouts, in postal liaison and equipment transport, in locating casualties and explosives and mascots. The main breeds deployed were German Shepherds, Doberman and Pinschers, and Bouviers. So there you go. Yesterday, Shayna told Floofy to go back to comedy school. Ooh. Ooh. I believe part of Adolf Hitler's World War I story involved... let me catch Gizmo going to war. Involved a dog, did it not? I think it did. I think a dog died in World War One, and obviously a dog died in World War One, but I think Hitler got quite attached to this dog. Because for those of you who don't know, Hitler was of age to fight for the Germans in World War One, and there was a British soldier who came eye to eye with him because he wrote about it in his diaries, and a British soldier was locked eyes with him, and for some reason decided not to kill him. Imagine how different the world would be. Okay, doggo, you can do this, doggo. We believe in you.
Go, go, go!
What a good doggo. The smartest doggo. Okay. And we're through.
What?
Walt was the dog's name. Okay, now I need to... Wait, no, do I? Got ya. I need a... What a smart doggo. Look at this evil gas creation. By the nasty Germans. So, first things first. It says that they want this out of here, correct? Oh, I let go of it, didn't I? Just like... Yep, come on. Okay, nope, you're not going to go back. Okay, that's fine. Oh, Oh, I might need to go for a pee break. Do I pull this back now? I think so. Oh, I see. I understand what I have to do. Shit, so I think I need to reconnect that one to fix it or something. So if I pull this, yeah, like that. Good work. Well done. And now, if I connect that like that, we're gonna make this whole thing blow. I promise you guys. What? You need to be strong here. Oh, no, well, we've done something wrong here. Yep, like that. We need to dip.
Come on, guys.
I need to make a be right back screen for myself, but for now, I'm just gonna go pee pee. I'll be back in a sec. Who's in charge? Macy, you're in charge of keeping chat entertained whilst I'm gone. Hello, I'm back. Hello, Macy Lauren. We can't put this much pressure on Macy. Macy just needs to be herself. That's the only entertainment we need. Welcome back, Mr. Rez. Welcome back, Mr. Floofy Pants. Welcome to you too, mon ami. So we're an hour in. And how's everyone feeling about the game so far? Everyone enjoying the story? I'm sure we've probably got like no viewers whatsoever. I'm probably the only person streaming this game on Twitch, but that's beside the point. It's the Zeppelin. The Zeppelin of the Baron. Need to keep running. Oh, that was close. Well, that's currently not helpful. I know that you want something, but that's not going to help us right now. This game is fun. I hope the doggy doesn't die. I hope the doggy doesn't die as well. But I know you guys won't believe me if I told you what happened to the doggy, because fairly, you know, I lied to you guys a lot about what happens to dogs. Nope. Go. Just go.
What? Vas-y. Have me a meal. Allez. Hey, what?
Yeah, we'll try him. No, wait a minute. Come on. Hey!
Thank you, my friend.
Made it. Nice.
You in?
BRB, I'm gonna make breakfast. I want more food. I had some nice food, but I want more. Oh, we need to keep running. We need to keep running. Crikey, it was close. We've got to get away. How are we going to get away from it? This lovely person that we've randomly bumped into is going to save our lives. And welcome to the final playable character in the game.
A Belgian student living in Paris. She was hard on the trail of her missing father. For once, fate smiled on them. They were all going in the same direction. But while approaching Vimy, a German squadron spotted them.
So now, we have to do the drivey drive. These ones are quite hard, I remember. I think this, yeah, they definitely get hard. No, I say that as though we haven't just like blown the fucking tire already. We're pretty kaput if we haven't made it out now. We have made it out though. We have. That was close. That was a difficult one. Oh yeah, we messed up. Okay. Here we go. But it does start us from here with a fully healed car, so it's relatively kind to us. Damn. Cool, avoid the landmines coming up. Sorry for the concentrating right now. I'm trying not to die. Oh, that was close. I think we did it though. I think we got through. There we go. We got through. Freddy! More like Freded.
Ça va aller, allez. Emile, allez!
We need to save Freddy. That's not how I do this part, is it? Oh! Shit. Okay, so I messed up. So what's the trick? Oh, do I have to get grenades, don't I? I remember now. Oh my god, I just remembered my weird dream. Tell us all about it. I want a big paragraph. Why is he not moving? Can he, like, just stop? Oh no, I have to send Walt to get it, because Walt's a doggo. And they don't mind doggos so much. He just didn't give a crap. He literally did not give the slightest shit.
Sepia, sepia.
Cool. We just made it. We just made it. That was close. Look at all the German soldiers. As we sneak through the German trenches. Okay, well, I think I need you to get me something, but I don't know what that something is. Oi, 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 oi. Okay, so what was this? Okay, I need you to go in there and get me whatever you can find. Okay. That wasn't what I needed. I was with a bunch of people I knew at the mall, and then all of a sudden we were swimming underwater, but the texture of the ground under the water was literally like a blanket, and then there were leeches all over my arms, and then somebody was trying to kill me and Otti with a bomb, so I ran outside, and I was laying in my let's get to here first. And I was laying in my backyard, and then later they found me laying in the grass. Did you live? Or did you die? What is... Okay, we need that. Okay, well, bring that back to me, yeah? Nice. Okay. I think we all lived. Who else was there? So Otti was there, but there was a hole in the ground like a Minecraft creeper. Who else was there? Okay, so the labyrinth. Vimy and Nouvelle-Saint-Va were two positions the Germans were quick to fortify. Here they built the labyrinth, a complex network of trenches and tunnels, connected to underground sleeping quarters. Allied armies unsuccessfully attempted to seize this key position on numerous occasions. Due to the huge number of casualties, in late 1915, the position was declared impregnable. The trenches. So between the sides, if you don't know about trenches, it was people from my school, and I know, plus Otti. Amazing. Between the sides, there was an imbalance in trench conditions. After securing a head start in trench construction, the Germans reinforced them with iron and concrete, while the Allies had to wallow in mud. The Allies' changeover policy maybe contributed to this. Allied soldiers had 7 day shifts on the front, whereas German soldiers were allocated a specific zone for an indeterminate period, giving them a chance to settle in. But then you also have to be on the front for absolutely ages. Just sending someone a quick message. Okay. Memorial to the Moroccan Division. The Moroccan Division, whose motto was "No fear, no mercy," combined soldiers from across French colonial Africa and the Foreign Legion. The division included Moroccan Zouaves and Tunisian and Algerian infantrymen. In 1915, the division seized the Vimy Ridge, but in the absence of backup from Battalion HQ, they were forced to retreat after 2 days. The Moroccan division is the only division whose flags were decorated with the Legion of Honor. Naval cannons. Naval cannons were capable of firing heavy-duty 800-pound shells. Due to their weight, they were mounted in special rails for transport to firing platforms. In the event of a retreat, artillerymen were instructed to destroy the cannons rather than let them fall into enemy hands. It's the house on the hill, guys. What does he keep going to do? Tie his shoelaces or some shit? Hell yeah. We love a knockout blow. Oh. Who's messaging me? Oh. Oh, look at that. Guys, I want you to go over and look at Kat's new profile picture on for her server on Discord. Give her a little bit of love because I think it looks sick. Oh no, can we save you? Okay, well there's nothing really in here, is there? Oh, there's something up there. Okay. You're just going to bark at it, because I haven't got anything to throw. Trying to decide if I should take my maths exam today or tomorrow. How comfortable do you feel with it? Nice. Okay. That's one, but we need more than one. We need a second bit of dynamite. Pretty comfortable. I'm almost done with the study guide. Yeah, I think you should take it today.
Merci, Walt.
Merci, Walt.
Allez, vas-y. Hey, Walt. Walt, allez.
Good dogolino. L dog. It's the way that that guy all the way over there can see us, but no one can see us here. I don't need a hint. It's the way that the guy like on the machine gun can see us, but that guy standing on the other side of the trench can't. He's got like some seriously bad shoes, hasn't he? The fact that nobody paid attention to that. Nobody noticed a huge explosion. But that's okay. Has everyone gone over and given Kat some love for her awesome new server profile picture? I hope so. It's the tempo for me. You're not in Kat's server? No. Ooh.
What?
Post the link. I'll post the link to Kat's server. Am I able to invite people to Kat's server? I wonder, let's find out. No, I don't think I can invite people to Kat's server. And I don't have the link to hand. Drats. Okay, so I need to... Okay. Well, we won't go this way. I need to get a lever for that first. Is the lever going to be in here? Oh, but there's a letter. You'll never catch me, silly German man. Okay, but like, I need a lever. Oh, shit. That was silly. I need, yeah, this is... Oh, crap. Oops. I thought he was looking the other way that time. It's the 2 deaths in a row for me. So I'm assuming I can't just like jam my spoon into it. It must be in here then. See, Macy knows all the tactics. Ah, it's over there. That is what I need. So how do I get that? Will he I don't think he'll turn around. Because we've got Doggo in the basket. We've got a basket Doggo. This is... Oh, okay. I can move this out of the way. Then that may help. Okay, I feel I need to use this as like a distraction. Oh, I should probably go back out and actually knock him the fuck out, shouldn't I? God damn it. I should have knocked him out first. Oh, I just threw it at him. I didn't throw it over him. I need to go and get another one. Ugh. Why am I so bad at Vidya, guys? Why'd you let me be so bad at Vidya? Okay. Good throw. And now... Donk! Bonk. You go to horny jail. Hell yeah. Lurk, time to look less like a hobo. Ah, Macy, your comedy. Hello, Walty Bolt. Let's go. Let's go do cool dog stuff. I don't care about getting the things. Good doggy. Okay. That was weird. Okay. Belt. Walt! Oh no, we get Walt to do it. That's cool. We go through here. We say, Walt, 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 do that for us. Push it, Walt. Oh, we love Walt. What is a sweetie? Yeah. Hell yeah. GG's. What? What? Why is he just wasting ammunition? Oh, are they like test dummies or something? It makes sense if they're test dummies. If they're not test dummies, then this is stupid. It's a dumb idea, and it's tacky, and it's a stupid idea. Damn. The Baron escapes again. And for some reason, he has our new friend's father.
Again. But Emil had still managed to find medicine for Freddy.
Thank you, my friend.
They were quickly back on the road again. Their journey would take them to Reims,
those famous antibiotics that help
where
with
they
head
would at
injuries.
last pick up the trail of the elusive Baron and his Zeppelin.
To Rem. Freddy Underground. Hashtag free Freddy. That must hurt. Woo! Look at them destroying all the cathedrals, all the natural stuff and things. Okay. I believe I must collect... Ah, look. There's someone... Everyone's family is dead. Walt. Save the man. Oh, he died of smoke inhalation instead of getting on his knees. What a smart guy. Okay, so Rem Cathedral, the city of Rem suffered during the war. September 19th, 1914, as the Germans retreated from the city, they set fire to the cathedral. Then, as the city was so close to the conflict zone, it was bombarded by zeppelins and cannon fire. During the bombardments, the statue of Joan of Arc in front of the cathedral lost a hand before it was dismantled and stored in the catacombs. By the end of the war, only 1,500 inhabitants were still living in Reims. I have a packet of crisps here, I'm not gonna lie to you lads. Pretty hungry. I'm a hungry boy. I'm a growing boy. I'm not anymore. If anything these days, I'm a shrinking boy. With practically all able-bodied men mobilised at the front, women, children and the elderly were employed in factories to ensure weapons production. Women took on traditional male jobs. Some even held positions of responsibility. This new role changed their status in society, and in the wake of the war, women over 30 years old were given the vote. The Women's Institute held its first meeting in 1915, with the aim of encouraging women to become more involved in food production during the war, and the movement flourished. She doesn't look too happy to be there, though.
What? Allez.
You go, Walt.
C'est bien, c'est bien.
Come on, little girly girl. We got to get you out of there. Okay. Let's keep looking for things. We must save that man. There you go. You get to live now. All thanks to the grace of Emil and Walt, the superhero pairing. Yeah, give me your stuff. I'm guessing that's some form of gas mask.
What? Yeah.
Good boy. Now let's dip. Trying to think how far we are into the game at this point. I'm just going to check. Oh shit. Just me dropping my phone on the floor, it's fine. Hitting my foot with said phone. Yeah. How far are we in? Valiant Hearts. Chapters. Because I feel like we're quite a way through. But the game's meant to take like 6.5 hours to play. So I could be very, very wrong. Yeah, we're like about halfway through, I think. Half or a third of the way through. So yeah, 6.5 hours probably is right.
Oh, merci.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup. I mean, that charger. Isn't that the child we've already saved? Oh no, they're crying over their dead father. Okay, we still need more people. I don't know what you're so scared of, mate. You're fine. Oh, what's this over here? There's a thing to pick up. I don't know why I keep picking these things up. How'd you get through so fast? I don't know. Nope, 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 Walt. Walt, stay. Good boy. I could be wrong about how close we are to the end. It just feels like we're... it feels like we're halfway through. Ah.
Hey, what? Allez, vas-y.
Do I have to give... I think I do. Okay, well, come back down. Oh, dude, stop panicking. You're going to be fine. Hi, Gaitis. Is that right? Have I pronounced that right? Hi, how are you today? Thank you for popping through. Yeah, we're playing Valiant Hearts today. There we go. Now we can do it. So, this is a kind of puzzly story-based game about World War I. And I love it very much. And the ending always makes me cry. And so I thought I'd let everyone make me cry today.
What?
And then what?
What? Hey, Patsy.
That guy was just like, screw your dog. I only care about myself.
Honey.
Let's go, Walt. How are you doing today anyway, guys? Oh, we have got... There might be one more, but he's probably dead. Everyone's pretty dead at this point. No bombs coming through this time? Like there were the last time? Okay, have fun with... Well, do your best in your exam. Good luck with it. Oh. What the fuck is going on here? So something's the matter. Not the boss fight. That's not working. So what am I meant to actually be pushing here? Oh, I need to probably get it down in this hole. Nope. Oh, and then Walt can do it. There we go. I worked it out.
Vorwärts, Marsch!
There we go. Figured it out eventually. Oh, I pressed the wrong one. Oh, god damn it. There we go. Third time lucky.
Vorwärts, Marsch!
Okay, Freddy, let's do this. We love you, Freddy, and you've got this.
Aus den Gräben!
Okay, none of those are helping. Oh! Gotcha. Those ones aren't going off. Oh, there's one. Nice. There we go. That's how you defeat an evil German baron. Boom. So apparently that's the end of the first chapter. And there are 4 chapters apparently. So maybe we're only a quarter of the way through. 9 months earlier.
Anna was training to be a veterinarian when the war broke out. The Germans were only 20 miles from Paris when she received a letter from her father. He was in good health, but implored her not to return home to Belgium until the war's end.
But was she going to listen?
However,
hell no.
Was not one of Anna's strong suits.
Let's, sorry, pigeon. Couldn't I? Oh, okay. Oh, right, okay, I get it. I've got to, there's a picture of our father that we love very dearly. Historical facts. No. There we go, historical facts is what we want to put. Right. Germans at the gate in September 1914. The German advance took them to within 20 miles of Paris. The government had already fled to Bordeaux and was expecting Paris to fall. In the north, most of Belgium was occupied, but under the king's command, 75,000 soldiers kept Ypres and Istres out of German hands. Taxi to Maine. September 6th and 7th, 1914, General Gallieni requisitioned 630 Parisian taxis to transport troops directly to the Marne. While relatively few soldiers were actually transported, 4,000 in all, 3% of the total number of men deployed in battle, the impact on the public was huge. The event became a symbol of solidarity for the nation, and the Marne counterattack saved Paris from German occupation. And then diaries. This morning in Ypres, von Dorf made us capture some scientist. The army is interested in his work and apparently he'll help Germany win the war. He seems like a nice fellow, but it's hard to find out anything else about him. Von Dorf is keeping him closely guarded. Not a day goes by that I don't think about my Marie and my little Victor. I haven't seen them for 8 months now. I miss them so much. Those freaking shells nearly did it for me. There's no way I'm giving up so close to my goal. Apparently their leader's called von Dorf. I'm going to get him. Everyone else are just pawns in this game to me. Karl is alive. I caught sight of him flying a Zeppelin heading south. We're looking for him again tomorrow with Anna and Freddy. I'm probably going to finish chapter 2 and then finish the last 2 parts on Wednesday. And probably play some DBD today because I feel like it. I know I said that I'd try and get through the whole game in one sitting, but I'm not going to enjoy doing that. And this channel is all about what I enjoy, as well as kind of what you guys enjoy. That's for Fridays, though. You guys get to enjoy Fridays. Anyway, I'll be back in 2 seconds. I'm just going to turn the lights on. Okay. So let us resume. Oh, do we have to wait for the... Oh, no, we missed it. Nice work. That was a really weird way to open a door. Oh, look, it's a little child. And a letter. Everyone seems quite happy still. Looks like they're going to need people to do some driving, wouldn't you say? Okay, so we've got this. We need all the parts. We've got the cross. We're going to have to find the triangle. Okay. Or is this the right one? No, we need the actual triangle. Ah! Let's heal up yo Lego. Oh, I forgot this is what you do in this one. Yeah, this... I like these ones.
Wow.
It's like a rhythm one. Aren't we the loveliest? But now I need the triangle. Or, can we make the square one fit? Nope. Oh, but we can. We will use the square one a bit later. So first we'll take the wheel. And we'll plonk that wheel on. Okay, but we need to cool down the engine. To cool down the engine we need the triangle. Ah, and the triangle will fit fine on this one, because this is a multi-part one. It just tried to trick us, you see. But we got it. We understood it. We cannot be tricked. We are too smart. As you all know, we are geniuses on this channel. Not just me, but all of you as well. And off we go. Get on board, my lads. Why there are little things like that in the road is entirely beyond me. Hello, friend. We are driving for the... Gonna crash. Yep, we did that. We did the crashy crash. Haha, we are so good at this. Oh, look at this part. Okay, you guys are driving a little close now, okay? I don't mind drive dancing with you. But this is getting a bit cozy now, you hear? Why are you driving like this? Why are you so bad at driving? It feels like they're gonna barrel into me. Right, so you know the stereotype about... There we go. Okay. That's going to make my next sentence look bad. But you know the stereotype about women drivers. Have you noticed how all of these bloody terrible drivers that we're having to weave through are men? Oh! See, look, like, we're trying to get to a very important place, and you guys are just... idiots. Made it!
September 7th, 1914. Taxis drove all night. Anna was proud to help the soldiers reach the front line. When Anna arrived at her destination, she discovered the horrible truth with her own eyes.
Let's do this. There is much death.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Give him that booze. Gonna have to... This is gonna hurt, mate. I'm sorry. This is really gonna be painful. Oh, did you hear that? That did not sound comfortable. But we saved him. He's not gonna have it. He's not gonna have to have his head amputated. Having your head amputated would suck.
7 months went by. Driven by compassion, Anna devoted herself, body and soul, to healing the wounded and the sick. Every life saved was another small victory over the war. The conflict, however, raged on.
Is this a new area? Historical facts. It is. The Hecatomb. The first 3 months of the war saw especially heavy losses. August 22nd, 1914 was the bloodiest day of the whole war. With heavy casualties, the number of wounded were far greater than had been anticipated. And the military health services struggled to cope with the scale of the conflict. Nurses were the angels of the Great War and were generally volunteers recruited by the Red Cross, the Army, or the American ambulances to work long, grueling shifts in hospitals both at the front and behind the lines. They played the role of carers, mothers, and confidants. They often featured in soldiers' memoirs and were sometimes their sole companion in death. The majority were demobilized at the end of the hostilities. Okay, someone needs help. 3 people need help. We have to commit surgery. New diary entry unlocked. The situation is horrific here. Yesterday I was in my warm, cozy apartment, and now I'm in the depths of hell. There are so many dead. So many young lives lost. I managed to save 1 soldier this morning, but there are so many others to tend to. Tomorrow I'll try to get close to the front so I can help those most in need. Okay, so we need to get something to chop the tree down so we can get something to, I'm assuming, do a tourniquet. Where's Walt when you need him, eh? Is there anything we can take from here yet? We can get the saw. Nice. So we'll go and do the tree quickly. Nice. Okay. So I think this is what we need to tie up our injured friend's leg. Oh. Oh no. No, this is not about tying up a leg, is it? This doesn't end well for that man. Back, I ate breakfast. What breakfast did you have, Fleefy? I'm hungry, but I'm being sensible and I'm not going to buy takeout. I said after this chapter, Fleefy, I'm going to play some Dead by Daylight, just so you know. Okay. Sorry, sir. I ate a slice of toast and peanut butter. Is that it? You usually eat more for breakfast. I'm sorry, my friend. This has quite a painful ending for you. And coffee. I could have another coffee, to be fair. I could make one after this. I do like coffee. What? Why did we need the saw if we weren't going to saw his arm or leg off? We didn't even use the saw. We didn't cut anything off. Oh, look at... Oh, there's just dead bodies everywhere, man. Everything is just dead bodies. So he needs something to walk with. And that's just the way the bodies unfortunately get to die. I'll help you, sir, but you'll have to wait your turn. Oh, the bodies are almost done. Yes! We're playing as Anna, who is a combat medic. What help do you need, young man? It's not looking good for you. Checked his pulse, it's still there. Now we're going to bandage him up. Now, do we have to reset? Nope, see, look. Look, man. We're so good at this, we don't even have to replace people's body parts. Everyone falls in love with Anna. There you go. Who needs help next? Crikey, it's never ending, isn't it? Oh, you're a German soldier. Even the Germans will be helped by Anna. See, Anna's just so loving. Yeah, Anna's the last character. Oh! He's just had something removed from him. Drink water, or alcohol, whatever I'm giving you. Whatever it is, just drink it. Danke. He'll now be taken as a prisoner of war, but he will live.
The French officers were talking about Belgium. The German army was about to experiment with a new weapon
Near Ypres.
Anna's hometown.
Papa.
Anna got en route to warn her father about the imminent danger. Reaching the outskirts of the city, Anna was greeted by the screams of sirens. The deadly gas was already here.
Ypres, a town in ruins, dubbed Wipers by British troops due to its difficult pronunciation. The Belgian town of Ypres was a key strategic position during the war. A hub for road, rail and canal networks, it became the target for sustained bombing from 1914. In 1915, the Germans even used chemical warfare on the town. By the end of the war, the majestic cathedral and town centre were nothing but ruins. Cool. People need help. We have to save more lives. Oh. I can't tell if you just fainted or died. But it's not. It's looking pretty done out here for her. So I know I need to break the window with something. I mean, I guess I'll just hit the window. Okay. Let's save you first. And resuscitate. Breathe! Breathe!
Merci. Oh.
Don't know why you couldn't have just done that on your own, but don't worry about it. We're saving everybody up in here. Okay, so we need to unlock that somehow. Or just take the keys. I think that took me ages originally, because I was like, where do I go? It's not letting me go that way. And then I walked over there. I was like, oh, the key's on the guy. He's there. Cheers, game. Thank you. It's flimsy, so maybe there's a way we can break it. If we jump on it fast enough, we should be able to fall through. Ah, yes, cogs. Yeah, I think it'll be that one there. And then we need to find where the other cogs are. Here's a big cog. So that works. Although, where does the little cog fit in? Because it doesn't look like it fits there. Okay, I don't know why we're meant to go over there. Or maybe we're not. Maybe we're not meant to be there. Is there a cog over here? Oh, everyone, we're missing a cog. How are we meant to fix everything with a missing cog? Unless we're not missing a cog. And oh, is there a cog up here? There is. We can't get past. Oh, I get it. I know what we could do. If we ring the bell, then maybe the cog will fit out. No, that didn't help. That didn't help us at all. Oh, is there any brick that I can pick up and like chuck over there? We need something throwable, guys, and I can't see any throwables. Oh, there we go. Just do it the old-fashioned way. Whack it till it works. Okay, you guys ready for this? It's gonna break! I guess you could say we smashed it. Thank you, I'm here all week. Did he just say puto? Bruh. That is unpleasant. You know what that means? We've got another life to save. I mean, dude, chill. We're here. We got you. We got you. We're gonna crack this leg back in place for you. Oh! Did you hear that? Did you all hear that? I heard that. Good work, Anna. Oh no. Keep on running. Keep on hiding. Not the SOS. I send an SOS to the world. Anything in here? Nope. Okay. Anything in here? There's a teacup. Bedpan. Oh, okay. I thought it was a teacup. But it's not. It was for the pee-pee. That's not obvious, it's just I remember that. Because this part took me fucking ages, man. We should kind of save this woman, shouldn't we? But how? I'm sure we can come back and help her. Three, 8. So I can't remember what the first one was now. God damn it. I have to go and look at that picture again. So, the code will be 4, 2... Shit, no. It would be 468. 468. Was that right? And I need explosives. I need explosives to knock that through. Or she might just be screwed, because we're not going to come back and help her. I don't know. We'll find out in a sec. So yeah, 4, 6, and then this is 8, right? Yeah, 4, 6, 8. Okay. Hell yeah. Nice. Look at all this. We have found secret plans that our father was working on. Was he in league with the Germans? Or was he simply being used by them? We don't know. How could we know? We are but our father's daughter. But now we've got grenades to save the lady. Oh, she's gonna die. No. Well, I need somewhere to put this in, to be honest. If I don't have somewhere to put this in, then she's screwed. Hey, DJ, how are you today? We're playing Valiant Hearts. We're going to do the end of this chapter. Hey, Cabbage, how are you? And then I'm going to do a little bit of DVD, I think, after this. So probably like another hour of this. We'll get through half the game, and then we'll get through the other half later. I mean, she's going to die if I don't help her, but I honestly haven't got a clue how I'm doing that right now. Because I've got something to stick in. Thank you for the host, my friend. You don't have to do that, but thank you. Is it out the front, maybe? Do we have to go... Do we have to, like, ditch her, go out the front? I think we might have to ditch her and go out the front. We Gucci. Good, I'm glad. Yeah, I think I was right. I think we may have to go... Nope. Nope, still can't see anything. Ah, right, it was here. That's really bad positioning. That was not where it was. Now, give me a frag grenade. As the combat medic, I demand a frag grenade. Hey! Let's go save her life. Okay. What are you, DJ Cabbage? What are you up to today? What are your plans for this Sunday? Allez. And pump that chest, shit. Pump that chest. Pump that chest. Now breathe. Get that heartbeat pumping.
The governess revealed to her that her father, an eminent scientist, had been kidnapped by Baron von Dorf, who was eager to use scientific advances in warfare.
Of course he was,
Anna
the evil
set out
Baron
in
von
pursuit
Dorf.
of the Baron and encountered
Emil and Freddy.
Destiny brought them together. They had survived the enemy's wrath, their gunfire, bombardments, gas attacks.
And now, we were on the
Now,
tail.
with her father within reach, Anna wasn't going to let him slip away.
Let's catch them. Come on, Walt. We must find our father. Oh, we've got it. We've got what we wanted. We've got the bot. Want to become famous. Okay. I mean, you're getting banned, but I'm letting you stay there for a second bot. Because I'm copying your text from my MooBot. So, want to be famous. Want to become famous. Okay. Want to become famous. By friendship. Good times and joy at our Discord. Oh man, I'm too funny sometimes. Okay, that's officially the Discord command now. Also, G the Awakening, you're out of here. Ban. Ha! Screw you. I win. Want to become famous by friendship, good times, and joy at our Discord. Yeah, boy. Hell yeah. Oh. That is definitely the new Discord call now. Oh, we need to help you.
No.
I swear these things are getting faster. Mate, the fact he's being super quiet whilst there's these troops around. And oh, he's definitely been found there. He's that away. He is a prisoner of war now. That doesn't look like many people survived it. It's Carl! Carl, and he's trapped beneath something spiky and painful. Life and Death of the Zeppelin. I got to go dance. Have a fun rest of stream. Thank you, Macy. The Zeppelin was effective at the start of the war, and in 1915, London suffered over 50 Zeppelin raids before the Royal Naval Air Service intervened. The craft's weak spot was obviously its hydrogen-filled balloon. Hydrogen is lighter than air, hence its value to aviation. However, it is also highly inflammable, and the slightest spark sent the craft plummeting spectacularly towards ground in a ball of flames. Of the 92 craft used during the war, 68 were destroyed. Facial disfiguration. By 1918, there were roughly 20 million war wounded, all countries included. Roughly 70% of the injuries came from shrapnel, and only 1% from bayonets. Facial injuries could result in having a jaw, nose, or eyes removed, but progress in surgery saved and patched up many victims of facial disfigurement and amputation, of which there were 200,000 post-war. Gotta get through this. We gotta get through this. Yeah, Walt. You little legend. Let's keep going. That looks fucking painful as shit. So we need to get up there, pull that lever. Okay. Okay, I got you. I got you, Carl. Mon ami. Well, I wouldn't stand there if I were you. It doesn't look like it's going to end well. Okay. Well, there's nothing I can really do at this point, so... Nope, that doesn't work either. Okay, well this bit's a bit tricky. Maybe there's some stuff further over that will help. Like something to throw. Nope, there's a gun. I'm assuming we can't give it a little bit of a tug and pull it. No, that looks like it would probably rip into literal shreds. Ah, but there is some stuff if we took this route. Yeah, go and get the thing. Have fun. Shake my head. What's the shake my head for?
Oui, bon chien.
Bon chien. Good dog, you see. Okay. Maybe we have to actually hit the... I thought you might have to just like knock the chain, but... Okay. That was big boy explosion. And now... Oh! Why would we do that? Nice. Now let's patch him up. And then we saved his life. Oh, buggered that up at the end. That's fine, that's fine. We can afford to bugger a couple of things up with the surgery. Because look at how well the rest of the surgery's going. You see, it's all good. We're all fine. See, it's fine. You don't have to hit everything. Oh. Not Carl dying on us. Not Carl dying on us, no. It's gonna be a child without a father. Young Victor. Yes, this is Victor's origin story, in case you wondered. Weddy! Not the Freddy.
Ready? Well, go now.
Go now, what?
Hey, whoa, shoot, whoa.
Great work, team.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, screw it, I can't bother to get that ball. We don't need it. Freddy is so hench.
Whoa. Hey, whoa, get away, boy.
Get away, boy. Sorry, Mr. French soldier, but we are not on the same team. We are, in fact, on separate teams. Okay, do I like... Okay, right, let's go over here, and I'm just trying to pass the dog the fucking... There, take it, doggo. And I think if we throw it at the fire, it will do a bang. That's the logic.
Whoa. Yeah, good boy.
Like that. Let's dip. Not us nearly killing Walt.
Whoa, go, get out.
Oh, you don't need to give it to me. You need to go and give that to the other side.
Whoa, go now. Sepia.
Okay, Freddy. Yay, Freddy's here.
Merci, mon ami.
Okay, so what we need... oh yeah, so we can send Doggo to get that. And then what we need to do... So we have that. Fill it back. Like so. And then... we light it, and we make the boom. That was pretty cool. I'd say that was a pretty cool little bit of tactic there. I like that puzzle. That was fun. We did make the boom go bang. We made it go bang hardcore style.
Ça va aller, allez. Émile? Non!
Victory had a bittersweet taste for Anna. Karl, seriously wounded, had been sent to a POW camp. Anna's father had disappeared with Baron von Dorf, and Emil was court-martialed for desertion. Cited for his bravery in Reims, Emil was fortunately pardoned and set free. Free to go back to the front.
More war.
February 21st, 1916. Winter had descended on the front. After joining back up with the army, Emil and Freddy were stationed near Verdun, suffering like many others from the harsh winter.
So many fireworks tonight.
That morning, the arrival of the mail raised spirits, but Marie's letter did not bring good news. In Saint-Mihiel, food was scarce, disease was rife, and the number of dead was growing. Out of this grim news, however, there was one ray of light. A photo of his grandson, Victor.
This is before he...
Standing on both feet and learning to walk.
And one day he'll learn to jump. And murder everyone.
Don't worry.
He needs to write a letter. So we need some ink and a quill. He wants a sock because his feet are cold and he doesn't want to get trench foot. Floofy, do you know what trench foot is? Have you ever had trench foot, Floofy? I can imagine you would have trench foot. I'll never be able to thank Anna enough for saving Karl after the Zeppelin crash. Knowing that he's no longer at the front and that he's a POW has put my mind at rest. I'm so relieved he's safe from harm. I hope Marie is doing okay in Saint-Mihiel despite the German occupation. How much luck can a guy have? There's this huge cathedral here. Makes me think of you. They sent me back to the army. It's not going to make my search any easier. I was so frightened when I saw the Zeppelin crash today. Fortunately, Father wasn't on board because the Baron had already taken him away by aircraft. I managed to save Emil's son-in-law before they sent him to a POW camp. His legs were in a critical state. I'll be going with him to make sure he's alright. Another endless day. For every life saved, there's so many lost. These poor young men, mutilated, disfigured for life. I cannot abandon them, even if all I can do is hold their hands as they slip away. Father has been captured by a German regiment, taken away... Okay, we've already covered that part of the story. As he grows, Victor reminds me more and more of Karl. Not a day goes by without me thinking of him. The Germans are requisitioning all our crops. There must be food shortages in Germany. I managed to hide some for next winter. I can't wait for this stupid war to end. Historical facts of this section. I want the facts. Give me the facts, fat boy. Okay. Feeding soldiers at the front. No, 18 months later. In over 18 months of combat, the front barely moved. As each side dug in and tried to claw back enemies' positions. The War of Attrition turned 1915 into the bloodiest year, and civilians became hugely affected too. By late 1915, shortfalls in human and food resources began making themselves felt, while ammunition shortages were especially problematic. I can't say shortages today. Verdun. Triggered by the Germans at dawn February 21st in the aim of penetrating Allied lines, the battle eventually lasted 300 days. Some key positions changed hands several times before the French finally prevailed. The battle produced the highest concentration of casualties, with 600,000 killed over 61 square miles. In other words, one death for every 311 square yards. And then we don't need to go into military decorations. Oh. You can do it when everyone's not looking. Aha! And then it's wet, so I'm going to have to find a fire. A fire to heat it up on. Who's got one of them flamey boys? Have any of you got one of them flamey boys? No. You want that bird, don't you, Walt? You naughty doggo. Give us this day our daily bread. Okay. Where's a nice little hot stove to warm everything up on? Oh, are those playing cards? We love playing cards on this channel, as we know. Here we go. Now, my friend, give me stuff to write with. Ah, we need to get the feather from the bird as our quill, so I need something to throw at the bird, because animal cruelty is something we're apparently fine with. It's the flies for me.
Pas de boule, pas pour toi.
Ah, they feel like they're not going to let me queue up. Yeah. What if I just, like, beat everyone in the queue? The man found it funny. Good boy. Steal food for me. Ah, we're not going to beat the bird. Nice. Dropped the feather that we needed. And now we can write. We can write a
dearest
letter.
daughter.
There we go.
I heard from Carl. His condition is stable. He is still in the prisoner camp south of Reims. I hope to finally get permission to visit him.
Oh, a little stretch.
Thank you for the photo. It means so much to me.
Well, that doesn't sound positive. Oh, that's me not holding on to the controls. Let's do one. Did someone just say maman and die? That's terrifying. Oh, how did that one just fall straight? Oh my god. Goodness gracious me. He just said ugh this time. He didn't even say mama. Are we still in the same bit? Not hints. I want historical facts. Yeah, we're still in the same bit. Someone said Maman there. Oh, that's everybody dead. And that's us dead. Leg it! Okay, we don't have much time. Oh! Man, I was not quick enough. I was not quick enough. It's these creeping artillery lines, you see. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, we fucked it. We fucked it again. Yeah, we screwed it again because it won't. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. It's not even me messing up. It's the game, I promise. Okay. It does not give us much time. Hi, Naya. Come on, let's do it this time. Let's do it this time. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Okay. Run. Don't die. Just live. How are you doing, Naya? How was the exam? Exam make brain hurt? Oh, not this. Okay. Well, punching that's not going to help. So I need to go and get something from somewhere. That was harder than it should have been. Nice work, me. We'll take the coin. But what else will we do? Feels like seemingly nothing because I'm now stuck. Oh no, we just keep running this way. Okay. There we go. Let's keep going. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Can you go that way? Is that the way through? No, it's not. Okay. How do you think you did in the exam, though? I need another stick. Where did I put my stick? Stick. I put my stick here. Oh. Why didn't it blow things up this time? I know what I need to do. Duh. Need to drop this down the hill, obviously. Like that. Boom! Here comes the sound of it. I got the lyrics wrong, so I'm not going to finish saying that. It's the fact that this is going to go up on VODs, as though it's not embarrassing enough already. We're so good at explosions on this channel. Cool. Over the top. And through. I love how everyone's just left us now. They're like, yeah, we don't care about you. That didn't help. That helped no one. Oh, of course. Hell yeah. Excelente. Now they won't be able to blast through us. Come on, Freddy. Freddy's our proper, full-blown action hero here. You say go up, but I always feel like we have to go down first. Or else how are we going to find the flag? Okay. Freddy's so manly. Freddy! Okay. Can you get me this grenade, Walt? This is what I need. This is what I need right now. Come on. Walt. We've got this. We're a team, Walt. We're a team and no one can come between us. Okay, I don't want to actually waste that yet if I don't have to. Nothing further on? There is. There's always something further on. Keys, hell yeah. No, what you did? No. Oh, not this. Not the game getting bugged. Oh, there we go. Sound. No, because if I hit that, then I'm going to die. I'm going to commit bomb hit. So I need another grenade. Hell yeah. The other thing as well, so we need a grenade for that, then we need a grenade for a little bit further on. But also what I need is the toilet, so I'm going to be right back in 2 seconds. Because I'm going to wet myself otherwise. Hi, D-dubs. Sorry, I went to the toilet. I have returned, though. Okay. We're playing Valiant Hearts today. We're going to finish this chapter, and then we're going to go and do some DBD. Because 3 hours is quite a while to be playing this game. Oh, do you need to... Can you not, like, follow me?
Yes, you
Yeah, follow me.
What?
Oh my goodness, Walt.
What?
Good job. Oh, no, give me this now. Good boy, Walt. Walt's a good boy, isn't he? Well, I would answer it, but I'm not ready to yet. We have to do everything else first, and then we'll be ready. Good. Why are you... No, waltz. Have I taken it too far? Is it like... Okay, so that's as far as it goes. Got you. No, not you. I want to do this one. There we go. Okay. I mean, I didn't think that's how this kind of thing worked, but okay. Nice. And then I need... No. Not answering you yet, no matter how many times you ring. And I don't need a hint. I know what's going on. Gain. But I need one more grenade so that I can do the part that's going to explode on me if I don't use that. Good boy, Walt. I wish I could run. I wish you were faster, Emil. But you are a big, beefy boy. But look, he's a big man. Big man working the fields all his life. Because of his farm. For those of you who haven't been here, Emil is a farmer. Was a farmer. Now, he is a hero of war. Okay. Was there literally nothing up here? Was there no reason for me to do that? You're taking... Right, okay. That's fine. That's fine. I don't mind. I am not annoyed with that in the slightest. As I come back to this bloody phone ringing. I thought it'd stop there. It's just like, oh, we're dead. Yeah, sorry, you were too slow. Look at that. Okay. So what was it? No. So it was this side. Yeah. And then above trees. I mean, there's trees there, but there's trees fucking everywhere, man. Is it above these trees? Yeah. Finally got that.
Emil's precision cannon firing enabled Freddy and his regiment to reach the rear line unharmed.
Thank you. Thank you, Freddy. Freddy and Emil.
Bravo, Freddy! Emil, thank you very much, my friend.
The military hierarchy heard of their feats in battle and decided to decorate the two friends for their bravery. Emil received good news from Anna. Carl was recovering nicely. He was even walking again. Meanwhile, the battle for Verdun only grew longer and bloodier. The death toll was staggering, 70,000 per month. Almost one Frenchman and one German every minute, and it went on for 10 months, day and night. May 8th, 1916, Emil's squad was sent on a mission to take back Fort Douaumont, a strategic point in the German defense.
Is this still chapter 2? I thought we'd be on chapter 3 by now.
Yes, sir. Come on.
I'm just going to check. Valiant Hearts. Do. Just gonna look at this YouTube video without the sound, because I have completed the game before, so it's not really any spoilers for me. I'm just curious as to... Damn, so to finish chapter 2 we have to get through all of this section. Oh, oof, that's long, man. Oh, wait, no. Okay, so there's what, roughly another half hour of gameplay left for that chapter. And then... Okay, we will finish it. We'll finish chapter 2 today. Actually, no, we won't. We're going to go on to Dead by Daylight because I'm not in the mood to play anymore. We'll finish this on Wednesday. Yeah, we'll finish this Wednesday. For now, for the evening portion, I feel like playing some Dead by Daylight, so that's what we're going to play. Let's switch back over to... Oh. Is the audio bugging out? I feel like the